My name is Haley Simons. I am 15 years old. I am the CEO of Halesys Enterprises. I have been advocating for urban youth and through the sport of triathlon for 7 years now. My business is a part of the local and state Chamber of Commerce. I am the NAACP Randallstown Youth President of the Randallstown Youth Council of Baltimore County, and I am a part of the Top Teens of America. They just had their due to workload in school, they just had their Black History Bowl. And due to workload in school, I was not able to turn in my presentation in on time. So I am going to go live and show you my presentation of who I chose for my Black History moment and my modern day entrepreneurial inspirational presentation. So entrepreneurial inspiration is beloved Joshua Simons by me, of course. Information about him. Beloved Joshua is 13 years old. He attends Middle River Middle School. He is in the eighth grade athlete, a published speaker, a four-time international speaker, an editor, blogger, podcaster, award-winning author, and civic leader, and much more. And he also lives daily with a neurological tic disorder. Neurological tic disorder. And what that means is where parts of your limbs and body parts start to lose control and you experience vocal and facial issues. Triathlons, which consists of three disciplines. Swimming to compete at their first USAT Youth Nationals event. Of the event is open water, and at the start of the swim, BJ experienced an anxiety attack due to two things. One, in his previous trainings in the water portion, he had a loss of a limb, meaning his arm wasn't functioning as it was supposed to, and swimming in open water in the first place. Into the water, he immediately hopped back out due to an anxiety attack. The coach, which his coach was luckily able to calm him down and tell him to remember all of his trainings and his hard work that led him up to this moment. And try again, DJ, to accept himself for who he was and understand that his disability didn't define him for who he was. So he trusted himself and his training, and he hopped back into the water and finished his race. Made him feel accomplished, inspired, and motivated for him to face his fears and encourage other youth who have disabilities like him to advocate and to accept who you are. Disability, it doesn't define you as a human being. And feel normal. Growing up through the sport of triathlons, one thing feared one thing BJ feared was not being accepted in the sport of triathlons due to his neurological tic disorder. Going to get bullied because of his disability, and he was going to be judged at by others, and not being able to make friends. However, BJ started to realize that youth in the sport of triathlons did not care if he had a neurological tic disorder, if he had a disability. They only cared that he does his races and he does them well in the sport. This made him happy and started to accept himself for who he is and feel like a normal kid. Helped over hundreds of youth to get more active in the sport and using the sport of triathlons as a resource. Your campaign that helped get youth active and the IEBT GMRT Sport Club became the first organization to do a collaboration with IEBT to HBCU. To partner with 6 schools throughout Baltimore City and Baltimore County in 2019, and through the 5,000 youth in the sport of triathlons. And through his leadership, he became the 2020 elected second vice president of the NAACP Randallstown Youth Council of Baltimore County, the IBT Junior Multi-Sport Club, serves on the IBT Board of Directors. He's a athlete. He maintains a 3.9 GPA, engaging gifted and talented accelerated courses, and he was the president of the National Honor Junior Society of MRMS. Recipient of several local, state, and county recognitions and honors from the mayor, county executive, and governor of Maryland for his unwavering advocacy, leadership, and civic engagement on behalf of the underserved and underrepresented youth and communities during the COVID-19 pandemic. List of the team, his club received the International Recognition and Honors Volunteer of the Year Award presented by Garmin for the work done in and on behalf of the urban triathlon sport. And 2020 graduate of the DTD's Urban Multisport Youth. Ceiling theory. The glass ceiling theory consists of women in the work field not getting promoted or getting higher pay raises due to their gender and race. The myth affects older women, but in hindsight, it also affects young youth, young females, and males as well. BJ has shown beyond the doubt that this theory could be shattered. He is an American triathlete turned business owner and youngest youth business owner to join the local and state chamber of commerce in the world. He is the only African American male youth that has grown up in the sport of triathlon from elementary to now middle school, engaging and completing for the last 7 years on a national and local and state level of recognition for one of the largest urban school districts in Maryland. Through his local state chamber of commerce. On the left here, you can see him having a picture with Councilman Julian Jones, and on the other side, him pitching a topic idea to a business owner. Time international speaker. He has spoken at Combat Champions Summit 4.0, Call to Inspire Summit, an international and an ambassador, overcoming childhood obesity through the multidisciplinary sport, Youth and Junior Tri-Conference and Expo event, the CBT Youth and Junior / Expo event, education, both for the health and physical education meeting, development, and it's time to go deep. That's he's time to go deep summit. He is also producer, editing specialist. He has worked as Urban Multisport Radio Podcast shows, D2D Urban Multisport Radio Podcast shows. He has also worked on websites, D2D's TV network shows, Beloved J's Urban Multisport Radio Podcast shows. He has worked as an independent contractor for Health as Enterprises, D2D's Urban Multisport DT 2020. He started this because he was one of the 3 siblings that co-founded the IABT G Multisport Club to help African American youth grow through the sport of triathlons. African American youth in the sport of triathlons. An advocate, role model, and a leader, and sharing the sport of triathlons through training, competition, and showing others with a disability that they can compete in the and be accepted. Public speaking firm was born. This is to lend their voice for change. Business owner with businesses a part of the local state Chamber of Commerce worldwide. He has partnered with multiple businesses to help him become more financially powerful and gain more knowledge about the business world. He has Councilman Julian Jones, state members, and staff from Governor Hogan's office. 2021, and overall, his business is to help entrepreneurs, youth who wants to have more knowledge and information about the business world and being able to expand their networks and their self worth as well. Achievements that he has done over the years. He and his sister wanted to write a book that shares their backstory on how they've grown up through the sport of triathlon and how they became business owners. Authored was called Thought Leader: The Future of Multisport. The Multisport Impact slash Workbook. This book for entrepreneurs, leaders, experts, career professionals, and consultants he co-authored was called Empowering Triathletes to Lead. This decides to help ages 18 steady in their lives. We have a cover magazine called The Urban Market, where it's featuring things that are going on in the urban market. So teen writers for the magazine The Urban Market. BJ also serves as the committee chair for the urban market, where his role is to recruit youth who might voice through a mighty pen while writing resumes. Part of the 2022 ITTGD Teen Writers Cohort. Of the Teens Writers Cohort, Entrepreneurial Inspiration. Beloved Joshua Simons is my modern day entrepreneurial inspiration because he has motivated me to continue to move. Even though he is my little brother, I look up to him a lot because he's a person who doesn't back down and take no for an answer. He is and talented. If there's anyone I can go to for tech issues or technology in general, I can go to BJ. He's a person and likes to be competitive in his training and school in general. I look up to him as a peer, brother, and a companion. In for my modern day entrepreneurial inspiration presentation.